Island Viper here, bringing you another massive failing by Hasbro. For the G.I. Joe classified line, we have the new Cover Girl. Not a disgusting repaint, but a failure nonetheless. Hasbro is destroying the G.I. Joe line right under our noses. Cobra won't even have to lift a finger.
Well, the Island Viper gave us an opinion without even seeing the figure in hand. Just barely even looking at the packaging. Love the artwork, by the way. I think the artwork on here looks fantastic. Doesn't in any way, shape, or form match up with the figure, except for the color scheme. But I really do like that artwork. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of anime style, I guess. I'm taking that from the large dolly eyes, and you have all of your things over here no one cares about. The nice big Cover Girl art piece on the side, and then on the back it shows you what the figure comes with. Everyone's a little iffy on this head sculpt, saying that she looks like a young Joan Rivers. Honestly, I kind of think that she looks like Roger from American Dad in drag. Anyway, we get a shotgun, we get a wrench because she's a mechanic. Looks like a cell phone or a small tablet of some sort, and a pistol. Taking a look at the figure here. Let's bust her out of this little prison that she's in. That actually should do it. Okay, so I made a custom Kit Bash Cover Girl that looked very similar to this. What the fuck? Really? Okay. Well, that's stupid. That is a quality defect. The arm just pops on and off. That's not the way that should be. That should at least be tight enough that it has to be heated up to remove it. This arm is nice and tight, but this one, not at all. This is greatly disappointing. So far in this wave, there's actually been a few problems with stuff like this, and it's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. I'm not saying the line is dying, so calm down. But I know that there's a few of you doomers out there that wish it would, but that's not the case with this wave. This wave has some quality issues. This wave has some sculpting issues, and I hope that future waves don't have these problems. Otherwise, the figure's really nice. I mean, everything moves well, it seems. You've got the double jointed knees, the calf rotator, as with most of the other figures. It looks like we've got, are these new boots? These look like new boots. Female sculpt with the double jointed elbow. Yes, that is what I like to see. The new buck with the double jointed elbow. She also has the articulated wrists and the ball and socket torso here. I had seen where someone else had posted something about there being a lot of gap between the neck and the chest. There really isn't, unless you push that pretty hard back to make that gap appear. And I don't really see that as an issue, unless there are people out there getting these where that neckline is down a lot further than this. I don't think it's a problem. The head sculpt in hand does not look nearly as bad as what we had seen in some photos. So this one, the face is a little thin, but I think that in some photos, she's not being shown in a very good light. And you also have makeup in the paint app on the face that's kind of highlighting her cheekbones, making them look a lot larger than they are. It's really not that bad. So I was iffy on this just from photos that I'd seen. The side profile, she looks good on either side. I don't have any issues with the face print. some people, some postings I have seen of this figure exhibit some issues with the face print, things being off center and whatnot. And I think that's true for a lot of figures that are coming out lately. They do have some quality issues. Look at that shit. You gotta be kidding me, man. How does something like that get past QA? Well, I'm going to tell you, I work in quality as a profession. Professionally, I work in quality. That's how we'll say that. And something like this would hopefully never escape our quality checks. I'm going to have to buy several of this figure in order to get one with the correct fitting arm, I'm sure. Any of you who receive this, who get this issue, call. Don't just email. Call Hasbro Consumer Care. That's what I'm going to do when I'm done with this video. I'm going to call Hasbro Consumer Care, and I'm going to tell them that CoverGirl's arm is literally falling off out of the box. I mean, the arm is falling off damn near. It's not 100% falling off. I mean, it takes a little bit of manipulation, but you can see that it doesn't take much. I'm going to call them and see if they'll replace her. So this jacket, the little leather bomber jacket, looks as though it does come off. The arms all the way up into the butterfly joints are colored to match the jacket. I like that. It's a nice detail, and so is the fact that the jacket is removable to get into the body if you wanted to. There is quite a bit of articulation with this figure. It's not a bad figure overall. The only problem is this, and I thought I was going to hate the face sculpt, but the only problem is just that bicep rotator right there. So hopefully they can get this corrected in the mold and get us figures that don't have that problem. I would really hate to think that we're going to be stuck with a bunch of CoverGirls that look like her arms been amputated. I hope. That's a big wish for the way things have been going lately at Hasbro. But anyway, I'm a quality professional, and in China, their quality systems suck. Their focus is not on quality. Their focus is on quantity. It always is that way. If you don't have an outside quality assurance professional working in the production facility, maintaining the in-process quality and the final quality checks, then you end up with stuff like this. Hasbro recently cut back 15% of its workforce globally. And I'm sure that probably means in their facilities in China as well. If it's like any other industry, Hasbro doesn't own the facilities in China. They basically lease them from the government. The government owns everything. And they could be kicked out at a moment's notice. They won't be, but they could be. It's like that with numerous other industries, including the industry in which I work. We have facilities in China, and our facilities in China are not truly ours that we own. They are leased. All right, so let's get into the Foot Locker. She's a little sparse on accessories. The figure, I'm not going to say the figure makes up for that. Definitely doesn't make up for it because of the bicep rotator. But what we have here is some trash and some more trash. And we have the tablet, the pistol, and the wrench and shotgun. What is this? This is some plastic flash that was in the package. Close up, digging the paint app on that. That is a 1911 style, 1911 competition style pistol with a compensator. Pretty dope. We have the socket on the end of it that we could add blast effects to. Need to get some more blast effects, Hasbro. Come on. There is a tremendous amount of mold flash. Here's what I was talking about with the quality control in China. You can see there's a bunch of mold flash. That's actually sharp. So that's going to have to be cleaned off there. This is the piece that came off. I was able to pick it off, but there's still some back here. It looks like, yeah, this was just a bad pull from a mold. I see things like this happen frequently. That would technically be considered a short shot. Short shots where the mold doesn't get completely filled up to pressure with your plastic material. Very soft. They've seemingly changed the material that they're using on some of the accessories, because this thing is super rubbery. As you recall, with Ricondo's rifle being very rubbery and deformed, it's because of the material they use. And this is extremely soft. I mean, look at this. It's just like a piece of rubber. Not a fan of the wrench. The pistol, on the other hand, is very rigid. It's not like that at all. The shotgun, very minor warping, and it's a more rigid material than what we have with the wrench. I like the fact they have a paint app on there, and it looks like a realistic shotgun, not a break barrel that's loading a magazine like some weird mistake of modern engineering. It's like something Kel-Tec would make. But this shotgun's actually pretty cool. Not sure what model this would be patterned after. Possibly Benelli, maybe Browning. Not 100% sure. But here we have the tablet with a bunch of bullshit on it. What looks like a satellite or something or other. Oh, no. A satellite. It's a Wolverine. She is the Wolverine driver. Let me see if I can focus in on that a little better. You have a front view and a side view of the Wolverine tank. So, that's a really neat little Easter egg with this. And if we could get a classified Wolverine tank, check it out. It goes right in that little holder there. And the pistol should fit right in the holster. If we could get a classified Wolverine tank, I think it'd be badass. Especially, even if it didn't come with a figure and she was just the driver of it, that'd be great. Give her a sling for the shotgun and you're set. So where does the wrench go? The wrench goes right here with all of its shitty flash and the short shot back there. That's very disappointing about this figure. The arm and the quality of the wrench sucks. So, but anyway, she's got a little flashlight there. You can see the belt looks good. Overall, the figure looks good in hand. Not the biggest fan of the makeup, but the figure does look good in hand. Now, will her hand fit the shotgun? Yes, it will. As long as her arm doesn't pop off as you're trying to put everything together. Overall, I'm going to say good design, even good execution, except for the bicep and the wrench. So we're going to see more of this, most likely. More of these quality issues. Just stay on top of them with Hasbro Consumer Care. Make them take care of their quality problems. We are the customer, and we are buying these. We are supporting the line by purchasing them. And yes, because we give them our money, we deserve a product that reflects the quality that we're paying for. I believe that wholeheartedly and will always believe that. So, I'm going to put this figure back in the package. They're probably going to ask me to send it back. One of the things that Hasbro Consumer Care is going to ask you for whenever you send your figure in, or whatever you call them, they're going to ask you for these 3 sequences of numbers here on the bottom of CoverGirl's left foot. You have a serial number, you have a manufacturing code, and a date code, I think. So, you'll need to provide that information off the figure whenever you call them. They'll ask you a couple of other questions as well, such as like where you purchased it. They're not going to ask you for like a proof of purchase or anything like that. They may ask you for some information off the box, but I don't think so. Last time I did this, I've had to do this twice. Last time I did this, I don't think that any of that was a consideration. So I think it was just the numbers off of the figure itself. Man, that is disappointing because this really is such a great figure. They did an awesome job with it. It's just that one quality defect right there, and the short shot on the wrench. It's disappointing because this could be such an awesome figure. And I especially like the little Easter egg of the Wolverine front and side blueprint type views. She's obviously, CoverGirl is a tank mechanic and the driver of the Wolverine, and that's just I love the pistol. The fact that she's got a competition 1911. That's really cool. All right, let's get this closed out. I'm going to put her back in the box and go from there. I did decide to put her into a clamshell case. Yes, the arm does bother me. Hopefully I can get one that doesn't have that quality defect. I'm going to hang on to the box because they may actually want me to send the figure back so that they can look at it. But please, if you have this issue, contact Hasbro Consumer Care. Don't go cry about it on Facebook. Post if you want, by any means. But don't expect Hasbro to see your complaints on social media and fix your problem. You're going to have to reach out to them yourself. You're going to have to be proactive and take initiative to get this problem fixed. So hopefully it's something they can fix in the mold, or that they've already fixed in the mold, and future versions that we get of this figure will not have that defect. We can all hope. All right, be sure to tune in again. Coming soon, I'm going to show you the mess that Falcon is. We're going to look at the classified Falcon figure and draw our own opinion from an in-hand view. So be sure to check out the description for links to all other things, Facebook groups and whatnot. And we'll see you soon. Yo, Joe.